Is this one just too aggressive? Maybe not. Welcome back, subscribers. Welcome to my new viewers. Let's go ahead and learn this game of craps together. Hey everyone, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. So my last video, I created a video that basically asked a simple question. Are you an aggressive bettor playing craps, or are you a conservative player? Basically what that means is, I'll explain my conservativeness, because I'm a conservative player. I like to start with a small bet, maybe an inside bet. After a few hits, go ahead and get the 4 and 10 bought or placed, and then play a collect and press strategy and try to build a bankroll. That's the way I play. Other people are very aggressive, and they like to put out a large bet, get a few hits, and then play with the rest. I saw a video on Facebook where someone actually played very aggressive, and I'm going to try to mimic this. Started with a $1,000 place bet. They put $100 on the 4 and the 10, and they put $200 on the 5, 6, 8, and 9, and they tried for 2 hits. And depending on the outcome of those 2 hits, they either lost their $1,000 or they took their winnings and then took everything down and played with their winnings, or regressed down to a lower amount and continued with the same strategy. So that's what I'm going to try. This is probably something that if you had money to burn and you wanted to go into the casino and either stay for 10 minutes or for an hour, didn't matter to you, this might be something you want to try. So in order to do a $1,000 bet, I'm going to play the Crapsy Sweat the Money, which is a $1,500 bankroll. It's a $10 table. The max bets are $500, so I should be able to do this. Now, what I thought I might do is just to get a feel, and I know people are going to say, you're stupid, but just to get a feel for how things are going, I may just watch one roll, one shooter go through a progression and see if the 7 out is coming every 7 rolls as expected, or earlier than 7 rolls, or are we getting a decent shooter that can go, in the double digits, over 10, 15 rolls. Again, I only want 2, but I want those 2 hits to be the very first 2 rolls that come out after the point, and not a quick 7 out. So I think what I'll do is I'll turn on my turbo mode, and I will just roll for a point, and there's a 7 on the very first roll. Okay, there's a 2. That's no help. Let's get a point established. There's an 8. So there's our point. Now let's see how many times we roll before the 7. Okay, there's the 4. There's 1 roll. 3 doesn't help us, but that's a second roll. Another 3 doesn't help. There's a 10. So there's 4 rolls. There's a 6. So I've gotten 5 rolls. There's another 3. We've rolled a lot of craps numbers. There's a 6. There's a 7 out. We've rolled 11 times. So I'm going to try this strategy. I want a point. Another 7 out. Let's get those 7 outs. Let's get those out of the way. Another 7 out. This is good. Unless, of course, we just continually roll 7 outs. There's a 5. Okay, there's my point. Let's go ahead and set up 100 on the 4 and the 10, 200 on the 5, 6, 8, and 9. So I have $1,000 in bets. With my VIG on the 4 and 10, I've got $1,010 in bets. I want 2 hits. Now, this is where my heart rate would probably start going up. I would not want to be the shooter. I would hopefully have a good shooter, or if I'm playing bubble craps, I'm just taking my chances here. But let's go ahead and try to get 2 hits here. There's a 4. That's good. That's very good because that pays very, very well. And there's a 5. So I have $475 in profits. So if it was me, I would take those down and I would go back to maybe a strategy that I like, maybe 25 inside. Try to get a couple hits, buy the 4 and the 10, and then collect and press. That's just the way I like to play. There's a 9. So that wins 35. There's an 8. So now I have $70. I would buy the 4 and 10 for 50 of that, and I would basically rack $20. Now I would play a collect. 7 out. Okay. I would play a collect and then a press. But anyway, 8 rolls for that second shooter, which is about correct. That's about right. 8 rolls before a 7. Obviously, though, I rolled 3 7s. So our roll distribution is showing a lot more 7s than normal. So I'm going to roll for a point and try again. There's an 8. And let's go ahead and set up. Obviously, this is easier when it's play money. Can you do this with real money? I don't think I can. But there's 1,000 plus the VIG, $1,010. I need 2 rolls, 2 hits. Okay, that doesn't count. That's a 12. There's a 9. That helps. And another 9. So 2 9s. That gives me $560. I would take that down. 25 inside. Let's get 2 hits and then buy the 4 and 10. Nope, 7 out. So at least I have 560 minus the 110. So that was still a good profit. What's going to hurt you, as everyone says, the longer you play, the more chances of hitting that 7 out when you have all your bets on the table. So $833 in my conservative play, I would color up and maybe head to the restaurant and get a nice dinner. But let's try one more time. I know I'm pushing it, but let's go ahead. Let's get a point. There's an 8. 100 on the 4 and 10. 200 on the 5, 6, 8, and 9. Okay? I still feel pretty confident because our roll distribution is showing a lot more 7s than it should. So I'm hoping to get more 4s, 5s, and 6s. The 8s and 9s have been doing well, but let's go ahead and get 2 hits here. There's a 4. That's a great hit because it pays $195. Because it pays 100. Pays 200 minus the VIG. And there's a 5. So far, I'm 3 for 3. Take those down. 25 inside. 2 hits. Here's 1. An 8. Oh. And that was the point. So the puck comes off. So do I leave the puck off? Yeah, let's just follow the puck. Let's leave our bets off. Let's get another point. It's a 4. Okay, so we've got 1 hit. We need 1 more hit. Here's a 5. Now I can buy the 4 and the 10. 11. That's not a hit for us. I'll do a collect. So the next hit will be a collect. That's a 10. That's a collect. My next hit I will press. Here's a 9. So first things first, I think we will do the 6 and 8. Let's do the 6 and 8 2 units. Oh, I don't have my 6 and 8 locked in. 2 units should give me 42. Okay. 2 units on the 6, 2 units on the 8. Let's go ahead and roll. There's a 6. That's worked out real well. We'll collect that. Next hit, we'll press the 5 and the 9. Another 6. And instead of going 2 and 2, maybe we'll just do the 5, 6, 8, and 9 1 unit. That way we continue pushing the 6 and 8 up. Okay, so instead of 2 units on the 5 and 2 units on the 9, let's just do 1 unit on the inside numbers. Let's collect. There's a 5. So we collect that. Next hit, we will probably maybe do 1 unit across, get everything bumped up. There's an 8. So let's do this. 1 unit across. Okay? Let's collect. There's a 5. Now let's look at our roll distribution. We're starting to look like a normal roll distribution, and our 7 is right where it should be, but it could be coming if you believe in the odds of the roll distribution. So being conservative, I would go probably down. I'm expecting a 7 to come in the next few rolls. So why don't we do this? Let's do 30 on the 6 and 8 for a total of $60. And let's put 150 behind the 4. That'll protect against the 7 out. Oh, and there's the 4. Okay. So that was a very quick 39 rolls. Very, very aggressive. Is this something that you would play? And if you do play it, after you hit your 2 hits and you come down, what do you go to next? Do you stay very aggressive? Or do you go a little more conservative like I did? So let's give that some thought. Give me some comments. I'd like to get some feedback on what your thoughts are. But last video was basically trying to determine if I'm a conservative player or an aggressive player. After this session, I would still call myself conservative, but I am trying to be more aggressive. Okay? Anyway, that's our video for today. Hope everyone's having a great day, and as always, thanks for watching.